So I go the opposite direction, and then at this point, this is when I start heavily relying on other people. And I was like, hotel check-in, and they were like, reservation, and I was like, no, and he was like, no rooms, and I was like, oh, you're gonna make me cry, dude. My cards were not working, and they were waiting for me, like they got the taxi and everything, and I'm just over here like, I don't have money. Really been noticing my thoughts and my dreams, and they've all just been very, very intense and very heightened stakes, I would say, which I think is probably fitting to how I feel at the moment. So I am just going to go and get as much as I can, and then whatever I don't get, I'm just gonna get when I'm there. So I just wanted to be really honest and get some thoughts out, because last night I was spiraling like nobody's business. It always happens at this time of night. I mean, my mom always says, like, disregard any thought after like 10 p.m. because your emotions are just heightened at night, you know, and you're more vulnerable because you're sleep deprived. You just need to go to bed, you know? Like, when in doubt, if you find yourself spiraling, you should just go to bed. Just knock yourself out any way you can.
Now, go the fuck to sleep.
Because, like, for whatever reason, just, like, the thought occurred to me. I was like, wait a minute. What kind of wildlife is in Thailand? Then I was like, oh, but you know, they probably got those like creepy crawlies. They probably got a lot of nasty critters over there. I mean, it's Thailand. And now it's feeling real. Now it's feeling really real. So I don't know. Now it's just been circulating in my mind a lot more, the fact that I'm leaving in a week. And so I started Googling everything, and that was a horrible decision. That was a big mistake, especially at midnight. That was big no-no. As my mom had seen a psychic, I saw a psychic as well, the same one. We had different sessions with this woman. But when my mom saw her, she brought up that I might get sick or something. Something might happen to me, basically. And not to worry, that it was going to be more like my body adapting to the new environment and a sort of change happening in my body. I don't know what that sickness would fall under, what it means, like yada yada yada. Other than that, it would be very mild, and that I would get over it and like not to worry, basically. So she told my mom this, but she didn't tell me any of this. And then my mom decided to tell me about this, and now I'm in my head about it. Also need to allow myself to feel that anxiety and to feel that little bit of worry, because it is gonna be a huge new change. And that comes with the territory. So I'm just kind of trying to allow myself to like have these feelings and like acknowledge them for what they are, because they're not gonna go away. No matter how excited I am, I'm still gonna be like whiplashed by being halfway across the country by myself And I've been doing my best to prepare myself, but there's nothing like just kind of dip, you know, just jumping in the water. You can't really like dip your toes in, just kind of like you're there and then you see what happens. And like, listen, it's all cool. Spiders, bugs, critters, whatever, all that, you know, shenanigans. You guys are cool. Just like don't come into my space. Like that's my thing with bugs. Like, yes, I don't, you know, I'm gonna come across them in fucking nature because that's literally where they live. But that's when I'm like, okay, so then why are you coming into my room? Like, why are you coming into my bed? That's my space. Like, you have the entire outside world. Why are you in my room? Like, I didn't say you could come in. You just invited yourself. I officially leave tomorrow morning. At the ass crack of dawn, my flight leaves at 6 a.m. So I'm not getting a wink of sleep tonight. And I already know that. I've accepted that because I'm just gonna be so excited, nervous. I think more than anything, I'm just really excited about it. And I think also I'm nervous, but more than that, I think sad. Kind of sad right now because I love my family. I love my family so much, and I, you know, never thought that I would, after college, be spending the next 9 months at home, living at home with my parents. So I know I'm gonna be an emotional wreck tomorrow morning because moving halfway across the world and not having my mom there or my dad there or, you know, my friends, just the people I know, is going to be an adjustment for sure. And I think I'm kind of going through that emotional roller coaster right now. Like, I'm tearing up just thinking about it because they do so much for me and they support me so much through thick and thin. Through all the weird shit I do and the weird shit I say to them, you know, like, they always have my back. They always support me. Whatever I need to do, they're like, go for it. And I've felt this for a long time, that I need to just go as far away as I can and put myself in that situation to see what happens. How do I react? Who am I to a bunch of strangers in a different country? When I saw this psychic a few weeks back, the main thing she was saying is that this trip was going to be life-changing for me. And I know that sounds really dramatic. It was just going to be such a positive experience for me. Just really confirmed that this is what I need to be doing for myself right now, because I have no other sense of direction. My entire body has literally just been pulling me towards this trip and going to Thailand, and I just couldn't ignore it. I was like, I have to do this. And when else am I going to? I have no other obligations. I don't have a job. I just graduated. I don't have children or pets or whatever, and I've just been saving up for a year, and I'm like, this is my moment. This is my time to be doing this. I've wanted to do this for so long, and sometimes you just have to throw your hands up in the air and do it. Like, if you can, why the fuck not? Especially in today's world right now, where everything is completely unpredictable and you just have no idea how anything is going to go anymore. Just do the stuff that makes you freaking happy and excited. And this is what this feels like for me. Long story short, I have no idea. I have no idea how this is gonna go. I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is I'm gonna be okay, and it's gonna be a hell of an experience.
But it's really, with that free spirit energy, keeping in mind, what do I want to experience right now? For you to come up with a plan for the rest of your life, that does not work for free spirits.
No.
And that's what I mean, our society doesn't foster that. It's like, figure out what you're going to do.
Right.
The traveling that you're going to do is going to be so instrumental to you. I'm going to say, and not to be melodramatic, it's going to be life-changing.
We love you, Carissa. Have a good trip. Stay safe. Have fun. Live it up. We love you. Okay, bye.
Bye, guys.
Dream big. It's gonna be amazing.
Yes.
And you've got everything you need to be successful. Yes. And really have just an adventure, so just relish it. You're gonna do great. I have every faith in you.
Love you.
Group 2 for the priority group 2 for
So I made it to Thailand. I am in a hotel room. All is well. I have a place to sleep. I almost did it. But long story short, make sure you get currency before you leave somewhere, and don't be like me and wait till the last minute, because then it takes too long for them to ship it to you. So then you go in blind and just kind of expect to be able to take money out when you get here, which did not happen in my case. Yeah, also, I don't know what time it is. Like, I know what time it is, but my body doesn't know what time it is. And she's really confused. Just every single part, mind, body, soul, has no clue what, I don't even know what dimension I'm in right now. I can't comprehend the fact that I'm in Thailand right now. By myself. And I somehow made it here. I think a big part of it was the people who were helping me could sense my fear and anxiety, and they were like, let's help this poor girl out, basically. Which is like, we need more people like that. We need people like that to stick around. Got my bags, and then I was gonna get some currency out, and my cards should be able to work at these ATMs, but for whatever reason, they were not. And I don't know what's going on. And I didn't know what was going on, and I was just like, why am I unable to take out currency? Like, this is because I didn't have any bots on me. That is a currency they use here. Because I'm stupid. I'm not stupid, but I'm forgetful. And so I thought I was going to be able to get bots out. I'm trying to be quieter because I'm in a hotel room and I don't want to wake people. But I thought that I was going to be able to get bots out, like, before I left. But when I went to the bank, they were like, yeah, no, that's gonna take about a week to ship in. And I was like, I leave in 2 days. But then I'm like tired as fuck. I need to sleep. It's been so long. I just need a bed. Well, that's all I'm thinking about. And so I'm trying to figure out where I can get to, how I can get to the hotel. And so I'm looking at all these shuttles, and I'm like, one of these has gotta go to the airport hotel. So I just get on one because it looks like the right one, and then it was not, and that's what I get for literally not trying to find the correct one. Like, that's on me. And so I go the opposite direction, and then at this point, this is when I start heavily relying on other people. Like, pretty bad. Because then I'm like, okay, I need, like, I'm asking, like, is this the hotel airport? Can I get to hotel airport? And luckily this one guy knew what I was talking about. And then when I got to the hotel, it was really empty, and I was like, hotel check-in? And they were like, reservation? And I was like, no. And he was like, no rooms. And I was like, oh, you're gonna make me cry, dude. Like I said, they could all sense my panic. So I think it was in my eyes, because he said that, and I was like, was like, I just need to sleep, man. It's been so long. So then these guys are coming over from part of the hotel, asking me questions, trying to help me out, figure it out. And they're on the phone and they're calling other hotels and they're calling a taxi for me. And I'm like, you guys are so sweet. Like, you guys are so nice. Thank you so much. And then I'm like, I'm gonna go get to the ATM to get some bots for the taxi because I figured maybe it'll work here. Maybe it was just the airport ones. No, it was every ATM. My cards were not working and they were waiting for me. Like, they got the taxi and everything, and I'm just over here like, I don't have money. So I'm trying to figure out why my cards aren't working, and then I'm calling the bank, and then I have the bank on the phone while I'm talking to these Thai guys. And I'm trying my best to communicate, and I think they got the gist, but it was kind of just like, you know, that kind of energy. And they were like, okay, you just go to taxi and use credit card to pay. And I was like, okay, I can do that because my cards are working fine and the machinery, they're just not like letting me take out money. Get to the hotel finally, and then he's like, oh, where's my money? Taxi guy. And I'm like, I thought he told you that like I didn't have that. So then, oh my god, thank god, he goes into the hotel and he talks to the hotel lady, and she gives him money and then just puts the fee onto my room fee. And I was like, thank god for all of y'all. It really took a village. Like, I was so sweaty and hot and gross. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed. Thanks for listening to my story. This is what happens when you travel by yourself and you have ADD.